Vanilla Psycasts Expanded is one of the newest additions for the Vanilla Expanded series. As the title of the mod suggests, it expands the Vanilla Psycast system added by the Royalty DLC. Of course, Royalty is required for this mod. This mod adds 15 paths of Psycasts with 4 more in the making. Archon, become a psychic leader, buffing friends and draining energy off of enemies. Archotechist, tap into Archotech power to drive people insane. Chronopath, alter the flow of time, aging and de-aging people and objects. Conflagrator, burn your way through the enemy. Empath, brighten up the life of those around you by increasing their mood and manipulating their emotions. Frostshaper, lower the temperature and freeze your enemies solid. Harmonist, manipulate the balance of the universe, changing the probability itself. Necropath, wither those on your path and then resurrect their husks to fight your wars. Night Stalker, strike from the shadows and manipulate light itself. Protector, protect and heal your flock from the dangers of the physical world. Skipmaster, create portals and teleport objects and enemies anytime you so desire. Static Lord, use static and electricity to disable electronics and harm organics. Technomancer, improve or reverse engineer technology and create reanimated mechanical servants. Warlord, improve your combat capabilities to eliminate threats quicker. Wild Speaker, form relations with the flora and the fauna of the woods. Now, you might be curious as how to obtain these powers. To simplify, the more you meditate, the more XP you gain, thus leveling you up. While the vanilla limit was at 6, now the level cap is infinite. Every level up, you gain 1 skill point where you can spend it to either increase your psychic stats or to unlock these new abilities. Although I can't list all the psycasts that these paths add, due to there being hundreds of them, you can probably tell from the paths itself that not only do these new elements help in combat, a majority of them also have psycasts that help in your day-to-day life. For example, Conflagrator is a path that controls flames. You would expect this path to be all about causing mass destruction with the utilization of fire. While that definitely is the case, they also have spells like Extinguish Flames, which is a really useful spell that shoots out fire foam. There are also just paths that are mainly dedicated to improving daily colony life. Empath, for example, adds these spells that can even make artificial psychic suits, with also skills like Word of Joy, Word of Serenity, and Word of Love. Then we have Chronopath, which is probably one of the most useful paths in the entire mod. This adds a lot of time-based skills that are very useful, but comes at a cost of your lifespan. However, you can de-age yourself as long as you have a sacrificial pawn, so it doesn't even matter most of the time. Of course, as nice as the non-combat paths are, the paths like Conflagrator, Warlord, Archotechist, Frostshaper, and Necropath are some of the coolest and most powerful things added by the Vanilla Expanded series. For example, you can resurrect dead colonists with the final skill of the Necropath. If used right, your colony will become easily overpowered. Obviously, you can adjust the settings for EXP gain in the mod configuration menu, allowing you to make the mod as overpowered or as underpowered as you want it to be. While the new elements are the core part of what this mod adds, they also added a bit more miscellaneous features like Psycaster raids, a new storyteller, and new Eltix gear. Personally, I don't use the whole Eltix ore stuff that this mod adds, as I prefer using vanilla gear, but this does allow you to obtain a material called Eltix, in which you can craft Psycast gear out of. They mainly increase psychic stats like psychic sensitivity or neural heat limit, which, if you didn't know, psychic sensitivity allows you to benefit more from positive psychic effects, but suffer more from negative effects like psychic drones. It also increases a stat called neural heat limit. Every time you use a psychic power, you gain neural heat. The higher the limit you have, the more psycasts you can basically use in a short period of time. There are things that I didn't even mention, such as meditation focus or certain stats. This is because I genuinely don't know much information about them, and I usually ignore them in my playthroughs. If you want to download the mod, I suggest reading the description of the mod, as it provides very useful information with all the visuals. The link is in the description. Finally, if you watched until the end, thank you and make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed the video.